Today, the city of Centerton stuffed the community with gratitude, handing out hundreds of free Thanksgiving meals. 5 News reporter Laura Castleman shows us how this is all in the true spirit of giving.
Dark meat. Everybody likes dark meat, right?
Last night, the town of Centerton was busy getting all the trimmings in a row for today's big Thanksgiving meal.
People will come down here and pick up some of the stuff to take home to reheat for us and then bring it back in the morning heated.
Prepping a meal for over 150 people is no small feast. Today, Centerton Mayor Bill Edwards says meals are ready to serve with plenty to gobble.
The Centerton annual Thanksgiving dinner has everything you could want, from meats to sides and all the fixins, and it's all free.
It's a labor of love for this community, because all this is made by community members. A lot of folks are struggling with that right now, and we just want to make sure they leave here full, have a great home-cooked meal.
Showing the meaning of community in Centerton, one plate at a time.
It's just it's an event that brings us all together.
Josie Reed is a member of the Centerton City Council and says the population is continually growing.
Sure, we have challenges, but we also have things like this that bring us together as a city.
With the population of Centerton being 27,000 and growing, a sense of community is in need.
You can see the appreciation in their eyes. You can really see that they're not really forthcoming on the situations that they're in, but you can tell that for today, they feel like they're a part of a community.
Volunteers like Vicki Watt say it's more than just a plate this Thanksgiving, it's a serving of community.
Sometimes I just came to be with the community. It's really exciting to see the people that will come just join together.
In Centerton, covering news where you live, Laura Castleman, 5 News.
Today in Fayetteville, a local dive bar gave people a place to gather this holiday. Art's Place has been hosting a Thanksgiving potluck for 20 years, inviting the community to bring a dish or just show up hungry. Staff says it started with a few people who had nowhere else to go, and it's grown into a tradition of food and new friendships, all in the spirit of their late owner, Art, who started it all.
He doesn't want anybody to be left alone, so he'd rather, if you got nowhere to go, be somewhere, come here, enjoy, hang out with people, meet new friends, have a good time.
Art says this year they received donations from Feeding NWA as well as Rick's Bakery for some of the desserts for their guests.
It is one of the oldest buildings in Northwest Arkansas. The school building at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Tawnytown was built in 1923. It sits on the National Register of Historic Places, but it's in pretty bad shape. And tonight, in a 5 News original, we hear from those who are trying to keep this building from being torn down.
Just small classrooms, great friends, just wonderful memories of growing up here. I really wish that it can be saved. It's just a wonderful building to drive by every day and remind me of my childhood.
Pam Shelby went to what was then called Tawnytown Elementary in the late 60s, as did her mother, who was there in the 40s when it was known as St. Mary's Academy. That's her mother there at the top right. Shelby says she owes a lot to the school.
It was just wonderful to have such close friends that I'm still very close to this day. Still, even growing up and then going to the larger classrooms, it was harder, but it was wonderful because I'm still very close to all those people.
The effort by the parish to save the school building began back in March. Matt Clinkscales leads a committee tasked with coming up with options.
We first started by reaching out to the parish and asking them their interests and asking them if they would like to help out. We've also gotten with some community members. We're also going to look at grants. We've talked to some fundraisers as well. We're just looking at all of our options so that we can present it to the people that will make this decision ultimately.
The restoration project is extensive. Most of what's left of the building, including old classrooms and offices, would have to be completely refurbished, not to mention electrical, structural, and plumbing. Clinkscale says it all adds up fast.
We've got a rough estimate right now. We have a design set up and we've reached out to some people, and at the moment we're looking at about $3 million is how much it will take.
Victoria Dubner has been a parishioner at St. Joseph's for 8 years. It just so happens the church she grew up in just finished a project very similar to this one. She says she's hoping to incorporate some of those ideas used there for here.
We took a lot of her ideas and we're going to utilize them with our game plan and with our business plan so that we can have a successful completion, kind of like what they did.
Klingscale says the plan is to renovate so the building can have a new purpose.
The Great Festival has been run here for over 100 years, and we want to make sure that we could utilize it for that, as well as we could use it for different events that we do here, because some people go to church here and they walk by it, but they don't use it for different events such as baby showers. We could have birthdays here. We could have youth events here. We could have a lot of things that our church could utilize.
No matter what happens, he says this whole effort is all about history and tradition.
There's a lot of tradition in Tawnytown, and one of the big things we want to do is, keep that tradition. It goes from the 20s, and we want to see that still be alive in our community, and it's the first thing you see when you come into Tawnytown.
The discussion, by the way, on what to do will last several more weeks before final design plan is presented to church members by January 20th.